Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new slice of gaming. This is Braid for the PC, and I am the only Python 4. So this game was also released on the Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation 3 via PlayStation Network, and this game is actually one of the most critically acclaimed games out there. It's a really fun platforming game, and this run will just be showing off how to get all the puzzle pieces, not all of the stars. That's where the stars would be after you collected them. So we're going to start off here with World 2. Yes, World 2. Time and Forgiveness. Tim is off on search to rescue the princess. She has been snatched by a horrible and evil monster. This happened because Tim made a mistake. Not just one, he made many mistakes during their time they spent together, all those years ago. Memories of their relationship have become muddled, replaced wholesale, but one remains clear. The princess turning sharply away, her braid lashing at him with contempt. He knows she tried to be forgiving, but who can just shrug away a guilty lie, a stab in the back? Such a mistake will change a relationship irreversibly. Even if we have learned from the mistake and would never repeat it, the princess's eyes grew narrower. She became more distant. Our world, with its rules of causality, has trained us to be miserly with forgiveness. By forgiving too readily, we can become badly hurt. But what if we learn from the mistake and become better for it? Shouldn't we be rewarded for the learning rather than be punished for the mistake? These books also foreshadow part of the game mechanics, but I'll get into that a little bit more later on as we start the game here. What if our world worked differently? Suppose we could tell her, "I didn't mean what I just said," and she would say, "It's okay, I understand." And she would not turn away, and life would really proceed as though we never said that thing. We could remove the damage, but still be wiser for the experience. Tim and the princess lounge in the castle garden, laughing together, giving names to colorful birds. Their mistakes are hidden from each other, tucked away between the folds of time, safe. The story of this game is actually really well written, so we're going to start in this first door here with 3 easy pieces. This stage basically teaches you some more of the game's controls, such as jumping with the spacebar. And also when we come across these fences here, we can climb up them. And in each of these sections here of the world, you'll see at the top left-hand corner here that you'll have to collect puzzle pieces. They're entirely optional, but it's more fun to collect them, I think, and like I said, I will be showing off how to collect all of them. This first area is pretty simple, hence the name 3 Easy Pieces. And here are the main enemies of Braid. They're little hedgehog-looking creatures. And sometimes we have to use them to collect the puzzle piece. So let's wait for him to come back here and we'll just jump off of him for that nice easy puzzle piece. And then these two here, you kind of have to have good timing here. Oh, not quite. Now these two are pretty far apart, so I think I might just kill the one here, just so that the cannon can shoot out another one. There we go, that's a little bit better, so let's use these two, get some air, and grab the third puzzle piece. So we have all 3 puzzle pieces in this area, and once you do, you can proceed on to the next section, onto the cloud bridge, which basically teaches you sometimes you'll find doors that you'll have to unlock, and usually there's a key nearby. So once you use the key on the door, you cannot use the key again later on. This will play a major role a little bit later in the game in solving the puzzles. So next puzzle piece is just by jumping across these clouds here. Very good. And these graphics are really nice looking. I think they're hand-drawn if I'm not mistaken. We have to leave those 2 puzzle pieces for now. But now we're on to Hunt. And we'll see this a little bit later on in the game too, but basically your objective here is to get rid of all the enemies on screen that will open the door at the top right there. We're going to leave that guy for now and continue on our merry little way. You can see also at the top, you can see how many guys you got left. So 3 to go. So here's the reason why you want to leave this guy by himself. You need him to get across in order to get the last 2. Come here, you. There you go. And there's that puzzle piece for you. We can get those other 2 at the cloud bridge, but we'll just keep on going for now to the leap of faith. This is the last section of this world. It's not very long. And with this one here, I'm going to be showing off a gameplay mechanic here. The main gameplay mechanic of Braid. So with this one, you want to use this platform. Wait for the guy to come out. There you go. But make sure he doesn't hit that cliff that you're standing on, because we're going to need him to bounce off of and get this last puzzle piece here. There we go. And now we just need to... Oh, missed it there. We now need to use the platform to get ourselves across. This one here is a little bit tricky to time. Basically what you need to do is, as soon as the headshot guy comes out of the cannon, just jump on his head and get that puzzle piece, and then fall to get that one there. Now, in case you miss it, this is where Braid's main gameplay mechanic comes in. Remember how the book said, if only we could turn back time, learn from our mistakes, learn from the experience, but, you know, nothing really happened. We didn't take any damage, so, oh, got hit by the hedgehog. We can't have that happen. So in Braid, you can't actually ever die, because it lets you rewind time and just keep on going. So we grow wiser from our mistakes, continue on like nothing's happened. So at the end of the stage, we hit the flag, much like another game. I'm sorry, but the princess is in another castle. I'm not sure what that's referencing, but let's go back to the stage select here and grab the last two puzzle pieces that we left behind. Now, unfortunately, we do have to grab this key here again. Anytime you have to go back and replay a certain level of the stage, you do have to kind of do everything all over again. So let's drift across these clouds here and jump across again, and we're gonna go to this puzzle. Make sure you keep that hedgehog guy alive, and here we can use shift to move these puzzle pieces around the board here. But first I'm going to connect these two pieces together. That should be good. And you want to line these two pieces up so that it touches the edge of the platform here, so this guy at the top stands on it, and then you want to quickly take it away from him while he's still on it. So that way he comes down to where you are, and then you can use him to jump on his head and take the one puzzle piece. Now we're going to use these two platform looking pieces again here, so let's flip it over, and you want to place it in the middle. That's a little bit too far. Let's move it over a little bit here. That's good. You could also form a staircase too from the bottom to the top, but I find this is to be a little bit easier to do. And then you just want to jump across here and use the platforms to jump across and get the next puzzle piece. You might be wondering what that cloud's doing up the right there. Now we can, sorry, before I discuss that, let's go back to the clouds here. You can do the puzzle when you're in the stage or when you're outside of it. Since we're going to the next stage anyways, I might as well do it here. Anyways, as I was saying, that cloud, back at the cloud bridge, is hiding one of the stars that we can collect in the game. But that cloud is actually moving extremely slow, and it takes about 2 hours for that cloud to move. So there's things like that in this game that in order to collect the puzzle pieces, you kind of have to do these really weird, obtuse things that you wouldn't normally think of. So that's why I'm going to choose not to get all the puzzle pieces in this playthrough. So let's form the puzzle here. And like I said before, it's completely optional to do. Basically what you get is when you go through the stage, and also when you collect all the pieces and form the puzzle together, you get an achievement in all 3 releases of the game. So let's form this piece here, but first let's get this out of the way. And form the puzzle. There you go. So that was World 2. Pretty straightforward and simple, but we're going to go into the next stage when I come back. So I'll catch you guys later.